May I now invite Mr. Mangala Vijay Singhe, Chairman, Export Development Board of Sri Lanka, to deliver his speech on Sri Lanka's trade and export potential, followed by Sri Lanka's expo presentation. Thank you.
Good morning to everyone. Ms. Piyanga Vikramasinghe, Consul General of Sri Lanka in Mumbai, Mr. Viraj Kalkani, Chairman of the International Trade and Commerce Committee of BCCI, distinguished office bearers and members of the Bombay Chamber of Commerce and Industry, esteemed business leaders, representative of Indian gem and jewelry industry, and our Ms. Shirani Ariratna, our Consul Ministerial and Commercial Attaché to the Consul General Mumbai office, and also Professor Chaminda, Chairman, National Gem and Jewellery Authority, and members of Sri Lankan delegation, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure and privilege to be here today on behalf of Sri Lanka Export Development Board. I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to Bombay Chamber of Commerce and Industry for hosting us and for providing this valuable opportunity to engage with your distinguished members. As our Honorable Council Ms. Piyanga clearly mentioned, Sri Lanka and India has a long-standing relationship built on history, culture, geographical proximity, and strong economic ties. As close neighbors, we believe there is a tremendous potential to further strengthen our trade and investment partnership, particularly in sectors where both our countries possess unique and strength. So, gem and jewelry is one of the key sectors. Today, Sri Lanka is globally renowned for exceptional colored gemstone, ethical sourcing practices, skilled craftsmanship, and centered all gem trading heritage. India also, on the other hand, has established itself as one of the world's largest centers for jewelry manufacturing, processing, designing, and global distribution. These complementary strengths create significant opportunities for collaboration that can benefit businesses in both countries. So therefore I will not explain about the expo. I will do a presentation too. So today's meeting is not only an opportunity to showcase Sri Lanka's capabilities, but also to explore new avenues for business partnership, sourcing opportunities, technology exchange, investment, and value addition. We believe that strong business-to-business connections will pave the way for mutually benefit trade and long-term cooperation. So, Export Development Board, which is a premier organization promoting and developing export sector in Sri Lanka since 1979. So, during last 47 years time period, we have closely worked with all the key stakeholders, including chambers, all the ministries, all the foreign missions in overseas and Sri Lanka, and all the key exporters, association, everything, in order to promote our export sector. Basically, Sri Lanka, our economic growth rate is very positive way after 2022. So our GDP growth rate is right now more than 6%. Hopefully 2026 also we can expect more than 6 to 7% GDP growth rate, and the inflation rate is normally now the 5% level, and interest rate also in between 8 to 10%. So basically our economic growth mainly for the Sri Lanka, we are getting economic foreign import to the country, including export and the foreign remittance and the tourism income. So all the sectors are performing very well, and export sector last year we were able to record ever highest export achievement with a 6% growth, and also this year, so we are planning to reach that target again, more than 8 to 10% export growth this year as well. So GDP growth rate is there. So Sri Lankan, our foreign info, including foreign remittance, right now increasing more than compared to last year, more than 10 to 20%. So tourist arrival to Sri Lanka, including India. So we are having seen this year we can reach nearly 3 million tourist arrival. So Sri Lankan economic situation mainly targeting for the foreign inflow is very good, and also Sri Lankan side also domestic income including our GDP, so all the other tax revenue income also increasing a lot. So therefore Sri Lankan situation, economic situation, very good situation, and the current government mainly concerned about we are having the very good majority, more than 2/3 majority the parliament, so we are having the political stability for the next 5 years. So with that, new government is mainly working towards the economic expansion. So with that, export sector is one of the priority sector. So that is why Sri Lanka Export Development Board, together with the Ministry of Industries, we now develop the export development plan for the 26-2030, targeting more than 36 billion export revenue by 2030. That means, so we are expecting minimum 10% growth. So with the new export development plan, we are diversifying our export to the product portfolio plus market diversification too. From the product side, so you can see a lot of potential from the Sri Lankan also. So Sri Lanka, we cannot compete with other countries because our scale of economy is very low, but we can compete with the scale of our value additions. So Sri Lanka you can use as an export destination hub. I will do my presentation, so therefore you will be able to get some understanding. So basically, so we are having new sectors, so therefore now export development plan already ready. So with that, now Sri Lanka Expo we are organizing after 15 years time period. I will do my presentation, you will be able to get some understanding. So finally, the delegation accompanied me represent from Sri Lankan leading gem and jewelry exporters. Each bring unique expertise, high quality products, and a strong commitment to expanding business relationship with Indian counterparts. I encourage you to engage with them during the today networking sessions and explore opportunities for both parties. So I will do my presentation from UN. So I will not take much time because of that other presentations are available. So basically this exhibition, so we are organizing after 15 years time period. So therefore the new government mainly consider export as a priority sector. So with that we are organizing this exhibition. So basically Export Development Board, as I clearly mentioned, that this is a government leading organization promoting and developing export sector in Sri Lanka. So we are covering our entire Sri Lankan operations through our Export Development Board officers and the relevant stakeholders. So our role as a EDB, so we are working for our exporter, mainly for the government as a policy advisor role to the government. So we are doing the facilitator to the export community, promoting and knowledge sharing services, and also we are working with all the stakeholders as I clearly mentioned above. So from the Export Development Board, so we are servicing for the exporters and also buyers as well. So that is our main responsibility. For the exporters, so we are doing lot of trading and capacity development program and trade promotion and networking sessions. So digital platform and the visibility and compliance and standing compliance supporting we are doing, and the financial support for the export community sector. So those are the key sectors we are conducting. With that, Sri Lankan side per annum we are doing more than 150 activities throughout the day. So throughout the year. So the buyers also, for you can come to ADB, so you can also get many support from the ADB, because basically we are supporting you for the market entry strategy, what kind of marketing entry we can support, and also product sourcing and supplier linkage. We are maintaining database for the entire export community. Not only that, all other key association, all the stakeholders, those that linkage can be shared with you. And the business matchmaking, like today, so we are organizing B2B meeting, business delegation, inward and outward we are organizing. So in addition to that, market insight information, that also we are providing to our the buyers community. So marketing support. So with the Sri Lanka, why Sri Lanka is very much important, our Honorable Council Ms. Ariratna, Ms. Priyanka clearly mentioned that why Sri Lanka is very much important. Basically we are very neighbors, so we are having very good relationship, but Sri Lanka is a very much unique country because that is an island. So with that, Sri Lankan strategic location is very much important for any buyer or investor. And also Sri Lankan our talent, so in the South Asia, so we are maintaining that strength. And also Sri Lankan quality of life is very good, so you can have very good quality of life Sri Lanka, and the logistic connectivity. So those are the basic key area when you look into Sri Lanka as a destination hub. So basically Sri Lanka, why very much connectivity? So Sri Lanka, we are having our So our regional connectivity for our harbors. So you have been to Sri Lanka, you know Sri Lanka, Colombo harbor. Then again, we are having other 3 harbors. So see, we can connect any global port or any airport with Sri Lanka now a strategic location. So not only the our ports, so we are having our international airport too. Altogether, we are annually movement now 7.3 million passengers and also our air cargo as well. So Sri Lankan skilled workforce. So Sri Lanka, we are having the South Asia's first literacy rate. So we are maintaining that. Our education systems are very good, including the primary, secondary, and the university education system. So not only that, so Sri Lanka is very much qualified for the CIMA plus CIM and other qualification also. So we are the second largest CIMA pool in the world. So in the 30,000 graduates we are producing with the government university and the private sector university. Not only that, very much important, basically 150,000 tertiary education students we are creating per annum. Basically, this is not a big amount compared with Sri Lanka, India, but when compare the 21 population Sri Lanka, this is a very reasonable number. So Sri Lankan export sector, as I clearly mentioned, that our economic information very much positive way right now from 2020. So country is now working towards the economic trajectory. So with that, we can see the export performance last year we recorded 17.3 billion, including merchandising and the services sector. So tourism also sector also performing very well. So Sri Lanka is the one of the best fifth destination. So with that, the other important matter, so Sri Lanka, we are having very good trade relationship each country, especially for the in the Sri Lanka we are having the free trade agreement. So with that, you can export to any product or import any product to Sri Lanka. So that is a way we can have a very much, we can have that duty beneficiary. So basically, India is our second largest trading partner. So basically, last year it was recorded second export destination over the 1 billion, and also from the import side also last year it recorded nearly 4.3 billion import selling. So with that we can consider India as one of Sri Lankan largest trading partner. So with this ISFTA, so when we export or import any products, so we can have that duty benefit. Not only that, Sri Lanka is having another agreement with the Pakistan too. So Singapore we have a trade agreement we are having. So those are the free trade agreement we are having. So not only that, so another agreement is now we are being now finalized. So that is a Sri Lanka, Thailand. So with that, we will be able to we can supply to the Thailand market too. Not only that, Sri Lanka we are having very good other regional trade agreement as well, including our South AFTA we call as AFTA, including Bangladesh, China, India. Those countries can be covered up. So again, the Sri Lanka we are having the SAFTA too. So Sri Lanka very recently now under the negotiation for the BMSTIP too. Then that is we can cover up with the Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and the Thailand. So in addition to that, like India is very recently going to the EU GSP plus, but Sri Lanka we have been enjoying that benefit last couple of few years. So that agreement will be continued. So from Sri Lankan side, more than 6,400 products we can export to the EU countries without duty free. So that is a very good Sri Lankan side. We are having good advantage. So that UK DC scheme. So from this year January 1st onwards, we can export any product to the UK with a zero tariff. So then from Sri Lanka to Australia to Japan and other countries, so we are having other trade very much beneficiary. Not only that, so current government is now we are closely working with the some RCEP model, so including India. So 15 countries can be covered up, including Australia and the New Zealand and Japan too. So hopefully government will be able to complete that RCEP agreement too. So with that, so then Sri Lanka you can use as an investment arm or the export destination. You can come to Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka we are having very good other infrastructure development, including BOI, Board of Investment Sri Lanka. They are maintaining more than 15 BOI zones, and also when you come to our Expo 2027, so we will be able to complete 35 investment ready projects. So any investor you can come and invest Sri Lanka. So you can use Sri Lanka as a hub. So then you can export to any countries. Even India, you can import raw material to Sri Lanka. You can manufacture here. Then you can export to any destination with the duty-free access. So that is one good thing. Not only that, so very recently Japan government is signed the agreements including India, again the Sri Lanka and Japan for our economic corridor. So with that, Sri Lanka will be able to manufacture certain products of our electrical or raw material or chemical products we can supply to India too. So there will be a lot of business opportunity for Indian companies to come and investment in Sri Lanka. So with this trade agreement, you will be able to gain a lot of benefit from Sri Lanka when you use as a export destination hub. So basically, when you talk about Sri Lanka, I clearly mentioned about Sri Lanka. India is our second largest export destination. So we can see this performance are increasing every year. So during last 6 month time period, so our growth rate with India is export more than now 15%. So this year hopefully we will be able to reach more than 1.4, 1.5 billion from the Indian market too. So with that, these are the key products right now we are exporting. So we can see in addition to these products, so we are having very limitation with the apparel, because right now we are maintaining the 8 million pieces. So with the government level, from our president and the Indian, our prime minister level, now that negotiation going on to increase our quota, and also that trade agreement, both countries now we are working towards to elaborate more benefit for both countries. So with that, these numbers may be increase hopefully coming years. So these are the very much potential sectors for the Indian market too when we consider about Sri Lanka, because of apparel and textile and the tea and beverage and the Sri Lankan spices and the other product, rubber based product, coconut based product, and the gem and jewelry what we are discussing today. So fisheries products, those are the very much high potential sectors in Sri Lanka as an investor if you can come to Sri Lanka. So then boat shipping and shipbuilding product also, then electrical electronic products. So we can see India, you are a lot of doing electrical electronic export market, including semiconductor to 50 billion market from India. So Sri Lanka also we are having very much capable people also for the semiconductor we are manufacturing. So if we have anything, that will be another joint venture operation from the Sri Lankan side if we have some investment side. So food and beverage sector also very much growing industry Sri Lanka. Right now we are having more than 20% growth rate. So in addition to that, Sri Lankan ICT industry, that also will be the other area. So Ayurvedic products, some herbal products, those are the growing products. So these are the other area. So from the services sector, because service sector from the export Sri Lanka 3% more than 22%. So from the ICT sector like Indian market, Sri Lanka also growing market. So our growth rate is per annum more than 20%. So a lot of Sri Lanka, lot of Indian companies also coming to Sri Lanka for the ICT sector. So therefore this will be the another boom industry. So they gain the tourism and hospitality. So when you come to the Sri Lankan side, tourism is one of the another area to consider as investment side. Ayurvedic product, education services and the maritime. So it's financial and accounting, construction engineering product. So the professional service, those are the key area when you talk about our export sector. Further you can develop this sector when you have a joint venture or some other the Sri Lankan operation. So when you come to Sri Lanka Expo, so why we wanted to organize the Sri Lanka Expo after 15 years time period, but I clearly mentioned that currently Sri Lanka now we are working toward the export destination. So per annum we are expecting minimum 10% export growth. So compare with during last couple of few years, our growth rate was average 1 to 2%. But last year we can see nearly 6% growth. So during last 6 month time period, our export growth rate is nearly now 7%, despite we are facing some challenges in the Middle East situation. But second part, we are expecting we can continue that growth, and the end of this year we will be able to reach average 9 to 11% growth rate will be there. So therefore Sri Lanka we want to focus export country. So that is why we are organizing the Sri Lanka. That's the one thing. So then we want to promote Sri Lanka as an investment hub, export hub for the South Asia. So we are Sri Lanka, we have a very much diversified product range, including our industrial, including our agriculture. Those products we want to showcase to the international community. Other thing is we want to provide a platform because to our investor business, because according to our plan, that is the another platform to we can meet our exporter or investor or that buyer, we can meet that forum as well. So then Sri Lanka, because we are not organizing expo every year, so therefore we seen that some confidence level is not good for the Sri Lankan from the buyers perspective for the Sri Lankan exporters category. So therefore we want to build up that buyers and investor confidence for the Sri Lankan export market. So that is one of the another reason, and also knowledge sharing through the thematic conferences. So when we are going this exhibition, I think you have been to Sri Lanka several times, so highly appreciate your support for Sri Lankan economy, and also we highly appreciate for the Indian government too. So when we are in the difficult time period, the support given by the Indian government we always highly appreciate. So therefore, so you can consider Sri Lanka as the next your destination. So with that, this exhibition we are organizing 14 to 17 January. First 3 days we are allocating for the foreign buyers and investors. So the BMICH, you have familiar with this exhibition. So this 750 exhibitors we will be selected this exhibition. Why? Because of that 3 days based on the scale, based on the space. So we have to select only the 650 Sri Lankan exporters based on the industry, and 100 outlets we can give it to the international buyers. So if we are having very innovative or high-tech machineries, those products also can be displayed there, because per annum we are also spending more than 18 to 20 million worth of import cost, mainly for some other machinery part as well. So basically this exhibition, so we are targeting more than 1500 investors, buyers from different countries. So our foreign missions closely working with all the countries, chambers and some relevant association like today to get the relevant buyers. So basically these are the product range we are displaying under the industrial product category. So you can see all sectors including gem, including boat building will be displayed in the industrial product category, and the Ayurvedic products, in the agricultural products category, these are the products we are going to display. With the time schedule I will go through the run. So then the services sector, these are the another sector. This is a very good industry for you as well. So this service sector, sometime because entry, so you can, because of that process time is very less, so those are the sometime you can have a very good plug and play operation too. So therefore ICT and the logistic or tourism, those sector you can have a very good pavilion there. So you can meet relevant our key export companies. So thematic pavilion, so we wanted to give the more time for the new thematic pavilion too. So therefore the sustainable and green solution category or future export leaders or innovation people. So we are giving some chances to showcase their capabilities. So those product will be this pavilion will be the one of the showcase what we are going to showcase. So other thing is investors forum. So this is another forum. So in addition to Sri Lanka Expo, so we are promoting, so we are having some other arrangement for the parallel event to include investment forum. So with this investment forum will be the Sri Lankan largest investment forum. Why? Because as this is organized by the Sri Lanka government, so all our foreign missions working with the relevant international chambers to get the relevant buyers and investors from each and every countries. So with this exhibition we are organizing together with the BOI, Port City and the Tourist Board. So with that tourism board, for the targeting for the 4.5 million tourist arrival by 2030, so they are having some tourism ready-made projects. So BOI side they are having very good 35 BOI ready projects, because right now we are having 15 numbers BOI zone. So in addition to that they are going for another 5, plus Ministry of Industries we are having another industrial zone. Before our export Sri Lanka, hopefully we will be able to complete most of our zones. So that is our main target. In addition to that, our port city Sri Lanka, you have been to Sri Lanka, you know the port city. So port city, that is a global, another global hub. So all the international company, all the company, they can use that port city as a global hub. So likewise Dubai the same way. So Sri Lanka also now we are receiving lot of proposals so far. So another 64 land blocks are available. So BOI also will do the promotion for the remaining balance. So therefore this investment forum will be the one of key area. Whole government approach will be there, including our honorable president, relevant ministries, relevant agencies. We are working towards this target. So basically like this parallel event we are organizing for the industry specific forum, each and every product range. So Sri Lankan culinary, so we want to showcase Sri Lankan very much delicious product range to the international community, and then fashion show from the apparel textile category, and the Sri Lankan cultural. So like India, we are also having very much heritage culture, so we want to showcase our culture for the international committee. So this will be in the final first day and the final day. This is a very much important area. So we are mainly promoting the B2B. So therefore now already our exporters already Sri Lankan export already registered. So we will meet our exporter feed the international community, international buyers. So therefore now we are collecting information. If you need some arrangement with the Sri Lankan B2B companies, or either Ayurvedic, either food and beverage, either gem and jewelry, please inform us. We can arrange those B2B meeting, because EDB we are very much familiar, we are very much capable to organize that B2B meeting as well. So every day we are organizing this event. So therefore we are encouraging our exporters also, please participate this. Already they have already registered with us. So then as an investor or buyer, you can meet the real exporter from Sri Lanka. Therefore you can discuss your whatever the quantities, whatever the requirement from your end too. So the other important thing is international pavilion category. We are having this. So international, we are having the 100 allocation for the international pavilion. Mainly for the, we are targeting for the high-end machinery category. And also these are the numbers we have already given to our foreign missions. So each and every regions we are targeting this number of our exhibitor buyers and investors. Please note that we are not collecting the visitors or anything. We are getting the relevant buyers or investor only. Because how we are getting this, because as this is we are organizing after 15 years time period. So we are receiving their numbers through our foreign missions. So once they register as a buyer or investor, so we will be validate their numbers, profile and everything through the ministries, so to our embassies. So with that, Sri Lanka, we are going to provide all the accommodation free for all the buyers and investors when they register as a buyer investor. Not only that, we are providing all the transportation from the hotel to the airport, then again the venue. Again, if you need to go to any BOI zone, any industrial zone, we are providing that facility free of charge. Not only that, so Sri Lankan Airlines and the Qatar Airlines and other airlines also now they have agreed. So far only the 2 airlines agreed to provide some discounted rate for the buyers or investors, so that also can be arranged. In addition to that, those our buyers or investor, when they register that, they are entitled to have an investor forum, so they can have a B2B meeting, so they are entitled for all the package also. So that those names also will be displayed on the relevant e-catalog as well. So finally, we are highly invite you all. Please come and participate this exhibition as a buyer or investor. So you can utilize Sri Lanka as your next export destination hub. So you can utilize Sri Lankan strength available in not only the strategic location or skills we are having. So you can use Sri Lanka as a hub. Again, the Sri Lankan our trade agreement with other countries. So we please utilize that and please come and join. So 14 to 17 January 2027. So as we are organizing after 15 years time, we expect that very good delegations and very good buyers from India also. So finally, thank you very much for organizing this meeting. Mr. Viraj, highly appreciate your organizing this meeting today together with our Consul General, our Council of our Ms. Priyanka and Ms. Rani as well. Finally, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, sir.